Hey guys, Jonathan here, and today I want to show you a very quick and simple conversion you can do to the 101 Dalmatians set to turn it into Krypto the Superdog. My friend Brody suggested this the other day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a great idea, so let's give it a go. Of course, you need the 101 Dalmatians set to start because that's the whole basis, but then I just removed the black spots from that and added cheese slopes to the side to make the dog look a little bit more shaggy. And then, of course, the biggest things I added are the Superman medallion logo right here. That, of course, comes from the Superman mech set. And then the cape on the back required a little bit of work, so I'll show you that next. By the way, I also recorded a cover of the classic song Kryptonite, and there's an awesome Lego stop motion on the channel now that I'd really appreciate if you went over and checked out. I love putting out music, and I love when I get to do a video for it and show you guys. So check out Kryptonite, and let's get into the video. Okay, so this, of course, is the Krypto build, and the build, the body, everything stays exactly the same as that 101 Dalmatian build, but we do need to go ahead and add cheese slopes instead of all the black spots, because that makes them look a little bit more shaggy, and I like that. So we could swap out the collar with yellow. I don't think I have those pieces in my collection right now, though, so I'm going to have to source those and go ahead and make that change. But, of course, the biggest thing to add is the cape along back. So, as you can see, I used a 1x2 clear piece to help the cape kind of look like it's blowing in the wind. Then I just went ahead and used one of these hinge pieces, put that in the center, and then it connects to those studs there. So that's the very basics for the physics, if you will, of how that's placed. But then for the cape, as you can see, I just used these rounded pieces to kind of build up an actual base there. I'm realizing I could have put more rounded pieces right here if I had more. Maybe I'll swap that out too when I do the collar. But of course, getting the S shape down was a little tricky to make it match the new movie. But it's a pretty simple build, so you could just screenshot this and see how I did it and replicate it yourself. All the pieces are right there. And really, that's all you need to add. And you could build it in other ways. Maybe you want it to sprawl out more. Maybe you want it to, like, fan. I just wanted something simple to get the point across, and I'm very happy with the way that turned out. Then, of course, the other thing to add is the Superman logo here, which comes in that Superman mech set. And that's the best way to get Krypto's collar. Of course, you could try and build a yellow one, but I'm very much happy with this. You know, in my mind, it's just paying homage to Krypto. It's not supposed to look exactly like one version or the other, but there is one other thing with this I figured out that you can do. You actually have to do something kind of illegal in terms of, like, the build itself, but if you move the legs in this position, so if you guys aren't familiar with how the Dalmatian works, you can actually swap the legs out to put it in different positions. Oh no, there goes the cape. We'll fix it in a minute. It's just easier to come back to it. But this is the part that's illegal. Like, it's not supposed to connect in this way, and it's a very loose fit. You could probably mess with the Technic, but I'm sure you can see where I'm going with this. We can actually make Krypto fly. For ease, I'll just show you from this angle rather than try to put the other leg on, but there we go with the cape back on, and now Krypto is in flight mode, which is so adorable. You could even build a stand that would attach to his belly to have him in flight mode, and if it weren't for his paws underneath showing different colors, I might very well do that. Then again, maybe I could just build something there. Wow, this Krypto thing is turning into a crazy big project all of a sudden, but I love it. But there you have it, Krypto the Superdog built from the 101 Dalmatians dog. Who would have thought? I think this looks awesome, and I already love the Dalmatian set if you guys remember that review, but now that it's Krypto, I think I'm going to have to find a permanent place for him on the shelves here. So I'm going to get to work on that, but let me know what you guys think, and do you have anything to say, Krypto? What's that? What's that? Well, you heard it here first.